get right to it with today's games. And we got an early one, and we're going to jump in with the Mets and the Cardinals today. Carlos Carrasco back at it for the New York Mets against Steven Matz, the former Met. The Mets are $1.23 favorite. The total in this game is 7, slightly shaded to the over at minus 115. And Matz, this is a pretty interesting story. Matz, people remember him. Matz, call him whatever you want. Used to be with the Mets, and then they wanted to have him back this year, but they couldn't get a deal done before the lockout happened. The Cardinals swooped him up. A little bit of controversy here, and I know, Jeff, that you got an opinion on this game with the Mets and the Cardinals.
Yeah, I played this at 115. It's moved up to, mid 120s, around 123, 125. I bet Carrasco last time out, it came in. I'm going to take him here again. He's been very good to start the season. 18 in the third. He's only given up a couple of runs. He's been a nice, solid workhorse for this group. Look, this Mets team's very good. Okay, I think we can all kind of agree with that. They have a great lineup. Bullpen's nasty. And they've got some, I think, as far as I know, the best pitching rotation in baseball. When you lot everything together, we're up there with the Yankees. We know Mark has talked about the Yankees bullpen. This Met bullpen's been damn good as well. I look at Matz on the other side. Not a big fan of him. Never really have been. I thought he was okay against or when he was with the New York Mets. But just not a real big fan of him here. I said before, I don't have a lot of luck betting against the Cardinals in my career. So that's obviously a little concerning here for me. And this is a team in the Mets that, quite frankly, have struggled a little bit against southpaws. I think this is probably a lower scoring game. I think it's a lot like Carrasco's last outing. I think it was like 3-1 or something like that. I'll just take this Mets lineup. I'll take the better pitcher. I'll take the better bullpen. I'm just going to go with something that works. I bet Carrasco last time, as I said, going to go with him here again. And this number's ticked up the right way as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, Mets 14-5, tremendous record. They're clicking on all cylinders, both at the plate and also, like you mentioned, the starting pitching as well as the bullpen as well too. BaseWinner, thoughts on this game?
Yeah, the model has it priced at minus 106 for the Cardinals, so that's indicating value on the Cardinal side. It's concerning for me. I'm going to pass on it, and kind of here's why. If you look at Carrasco's game logs, they're really good. So I don't want to bet against that. 87 percentile, 81 percentile, 72 percentile. And then Jeff mentioned the Mets bullpen. The Mets bullpen's really good, even by the advanced metrics. They're fourth in baseball by my numbers, right behind the Yankees. And if you look at the Cardinals, they're 26th in baseball. So this is kind of a situation where some of the ancillary numbers disagree with my model. So I'm going to pass on it. The one thing that's concerning to me about the Mets, if you do want to play the Mets, is if you look at the stuff plus numbers for these pitchers, Matz is 48 percentile, which isn't great, but Carrasco at 29 percentile. So there's pause for me in a lot of ways, and I think there's better value on the board, in my opinion.
Keep in mind, one thing that I'll point out to the chat, this early line movement, when this line first came out, the Mets were bet up to about where they are and where they were, and now it's been bet down. So again, the sharp indication is the Mets took early money, and some of the square stuff has brought it back. But I think it'll be an even bet game. I don't think this has got tons of money on it by any means, but I think sometimes you just have to go with the better team. Look, you're getting the Mets, who are 14-5 with the advantage of really every level at a pretty solid price. I think it's worth it.
All right, let's lock Jeff in for the Mets today. Kicking off the card here, minus 123, the New York Mets.